3, 2, 1. Yeah! Yes, sir. Amen. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with the Trillist podcast on YouTube. We have the Talk of Tokyo, episode 7.
Hey man, we say it all the time. What a time to be an anime fan, but in this case, what a time to be a subscriber of this channel. It's always a movie when we get to do these, especially this one. I'm not gonna lie, anime has been heating up.
Hell yeah, it has. But when you want to look at some of the OG animes, one in particular, I should say, Naruto is fantastic. It's one of the greatest animes of all time, and a large part of that is due to the cast. Even though there are a lot of cast members that didn't get their proper due time to shine in the show. One of those characters is Neji. He was introduced as being just as cold as not only Sasuke, but colder than Rock Lee at the time he was introduced. But he only got his one fight with Hinata, and then his fight with, he got his fight with Hinata, then he got his Naruto fight, which he lost, and then he got his fight on the Sasuke retrieval mission. But after that, he kind of fell off the map. We didn't really get to see much from him. We only got a quick update at the beginning of Shippuden, and then he was killed by a stick. There was a lot to be desired from Neji. We didn't even really get to see how the whole Hyuga clan wrap-up happened, to where they were on decent terms with each other, I should say. But Neji, there was a lot more we could have and realistically should have seen from him. And another Naruto character that we didn't get to see much of, especially because of how early they were introduced, is Zabuza. Zabuza was introduced cold as shit. One of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. And we know how the Blood Mist Village get down, especially from the lore from other characters. Like, he was introduced cold as shit. Kakashi knew who he was. He was wanted in the bingo book. But because he was introduced so early, we only got to see that one arc from him. There was a lot about his past that we didn't even really get to see much of. And he was eventually reanimated in the Shinobi War, but we didn't really get much of him then either. But all in all, both of these characters are still amazingly done. But just keeping that in mind, between Neji and Zabuza, who would you rather see a spin-off series for?
See, right away I want to say Zabuza because he's the better character, but Neji is still a lit character, and I would actually really want to see a spin-off on him. Like, he is a prodigy, and he put in the work. I would love to see how he put in that work, but I feel like Zabuza would be a lot more interesting because he's a lot more older than Neji. Like, he was the Jonin at the time, and the shit he was on was a lot more interesting. Like, Neji, unless there's a point of view of Team Guy with just Neji's point of view, that'd be interesting as fuck. But I feel like Zabuza, the timing he was on, would be a lot more interesting to follow for a spin-off series. The nigga was an assassin.
Yeah, like, I'm right there with you. I would go Zabuza too. But Neji, like, the way Neji was handled is very disappointing just because he was introduced to be him, like, real early at a young age. And, like, to the point where Sasuke, like, people were looking at him when Sasuke came along in the Chunin exams. They were like, is he stronger than Neji? Sharingan versus Byakugan. He's the pride of the Hyuga clan, pretty much. Like, and when he was introduced, he got his fights in early Naruto, but after that, he was pretty much discarded. Like, it makes you wonder, what did Neji do between OG Naruto and Shippuden? What was Neji up to? Like, what missions was Neji going on? And like you said, seeing it from the perspective of Team Guy would have been even more lit, especially because Rock Lee came back in the field too. Like, his career is supposed to be over, so we got to see it from a full-on Team Guy perspective, that would be lit as fuck. Because then you get Rock Lee and 1010. I don't give much about 1010, but Rock Lee perspective, Mike Guy perspective as well.
Yeah.
Like, that would be dope. But I'm right there with you. I'm gonna go Zabuza. Like, I feel like, just like you said, his field of work itself. But then you want to talk about, what did he do to become a 7 ninja swordsman? Like, what missions was he supposed to go on? We saw from his introduction, he was supposed to assassinate niggas. He's an assassin. Like, what other big time targets gained his reputation? Like, I feel like that would be a lot more gritty, a lot more, like, dark, I should say. But I'm right there with you. I think Zabuza's spinoff would be dope as hell. Especially, like you said, he's older. He's seen a lot go on. He was alive during the Third Shinobi War. Like, not just alive, but old enough to really understand what was happening, let alone be a part of it. So, I feel like Zabuza's spinoff would definitely be better.
Oh, yeah.
But, hey, man, y'all let us know in the comments. Between Neji and Zabuza, whose spinoff would you rather watch?
Hell yeah, let us know in the comments, because that's a very interesting one about two very interesting characters. But just to segue, you know, like I said, anime has been heating up, and it's not just this year. Last year, anime was pretty lit too. So many amazing animes came out. One of the littiest ones was Demon Slayer, even though it dropped in movie format. Demon Slayer is approaching Endgame. I mean, not even approaching Endgame. It is, yeah. It has like 2 movies left, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a sweet ride. But it's not the only anime that's approaching Endgame. Another anime that's approaching Endgame is Jujutsu Kaisen. Right now, the Calling Game just finished airing, and I'm guessing Part 2 of it is gonna air sometime next or this year. But after that, there's only so much left of JJK. The manga is already ended. But just keeping both of these two legendary animes in mind, between Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, which anime deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
I think both of them do. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
they both do. But if you had to choose one,
if I had to choose one, I'm gonna probably go Demon Slayer. Like, it's tough because I was gonna say like the culture shock Demon Slayer had when it came, but JJK kind of had the same thing. Like that massive wave of new fans where their first anime was Demon Slayer or their first anime was JJK, just bringing so many people into the fold, let alone the show itself is gas. They both got lit movies. Demon Slayer obviously has more lit movies, but they both brought that culture shock factor. I feel like Demon Slayer, the characters resonate more, and for that, more people become attached to them. Like, you see people running around with Inosuke heads on, the kimonos they be wearing and shit. Like Demon Slayer swords. I feel like there's just such a big draw to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go Demon Slayer on this one. But again, I do think they both should be in there. But if I had to choose one, I would say Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Don't get me wrong, they both should be in there, but just like IRL, the Hall of Fame is not so easy. Usually, a lot of shit deserves to get in, but only so much can get in. And it's the same here in this case. Both of these two animes deserve to get in, but only one can get in. And when you want to look at it like that, when you want to look at the two animes, Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, both of these two animes are monsters, but I'm kind of right there with you. I do feel like Demon Slayer is the better anime. I mean, it's had the more cultural impact for sure, and a large part of that is because of the movies and merch. But even when you take away cultural impact, just the anime itself, I feel like it's a lot harder to remove than Jujutsu Kaisen. So I would give it to Demon Slayer.
Hell yeah. And I'm really curious, like, because JJK is younger than Demon Slayer. At least anime wise, I don't know about manga and all that, but I want to see more of JJK. And I heard that it's not even going to be a core 2. It's just going to be season 4. So I don't know if it's even coming out this year. It might come out next year, low key. But still, I want to see more of JJK to see like if it can really close that gap. But if we're looking trajectory wise, I don't know if it can. Like I think Demon Slayer just has it, especially the way the movies were rocking. Like we had our problems with the Demon Slayer coming out in movies and shit. Well, we went to see that hoe, and that shit was gas. Like they hit that bitch, and I'm assuming the next 2 are gonna hit even harder. So it's gonna be hard to catch that. It's gonna be hard. I don't know if they can do it, but yeah, I got Demon Slayer for sure.
Hey, I'm right there with you, but hey man, let us know in the comments between Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen which anime deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah, definitely let us know. That's very interesting. Y'all let us know. If you had to choose one, just keep that in mind. But just to segue into my next topic, Griffith is one of the most slimiest, grimiest niggas in all of fiction. Like he's disgusting. Like when you look at what he did, the eclipse literally made him most hated. He sacrificed his own people for power, and that shit was gruesome. It was dark. There was no one left except for Casca and Guts from his entire battalion that he was the leader of. He sacrificed them all. The nigga is disgusting. Like, everyone hates him for good reason. But there's another character that everybody loves that did worse things to people when you really put it into perspective. Eren started the rumbling. Now, when you look at what Griffith did, Griffith slaughtered all of his band of the Hawk. He unleashed demons upon the world. Like, that nigga's horrible. Don't get me wrong. But
don't forget what he did to Casca.
And what he did to Casca. He's disgusting. But Eren wiped out 80% of humanity. Like, when he started the rumbling, kids, babies, innocent mothers and children, people who had no idea what was going on, slaughtered. The sky was painted red. I mean, good gracious, the massacre. And he had the power to stop it if he wanted to, but of course Eren saw the future. He thought that was the only way, and he stopped it or he allowed himself to be stopped, I should say, when he reached 80% of the world being wiped off the map. But the people give Eren a pass. So just keeping that in mind, why does Eren get a pass for the rumbling?
I mean, for starters, Eren's rumbling offense and Griffith's offense are in 2 different ballparks. Let's just get that out the way. Griffith literally, like, I'm not even gonna go into that. Griffith was just wrong. Griff smellied all of his men and ended up doing that to Casca in front of Guts. Like, it don't get any, like, that nigga Griff gotta go.
For sure.
As far as Eren goes, Eren was defending himself. It was self-defense.
It was, but there was a lot of people that didn't even know about this that got wiped.
I mean, that's true, but cause of war. Like, I mean, I hate to put it like that, but at the end of the day, like, that nigga Eren literally, like, if he didn't do it, Paradise Island would have been wiped out themselves.
That's true, but he could have stopped it once he wiped the enemy. All right, nigga, you got it. Like, I understand the whole cycle. The cycle would have continued 100 years down the line, and the cycle would have continued like hundreds of years down the line, or whatever Eren saw in it, like when he looked into the future. And I understand that part, but damn, nigga, like. Like, bro.
I'll admit, Eren went overboard, but at the end of the day, his hand was forced. Like, this is war. His hand was forced.
It's like, and this is tough for me because I'm one of the people that say Eren did nothing wrong. But I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to be a lawyer for that nigga. Like, wow. Like, for me, I think Eren...
It ain't like them niggas ain't have it coming.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these niggas did not have it coming, gang. But when you look at... I think Eren gets a pass because of his ability to see so far into the future. Like, he's like Doctor Strange with this shit. How he can see all the possible outcomes of everything. Like, the nigga, he saw so far into the future and knows there's no end to the cycle. At some point down the line, even if the current generation is dead and gone, some point down the line, this is gonna happen again. And he essentially prevented that. Now, did he really have to wipe out 80%? Probably not.
The same reason why Itachi's loved. Like, Itachi massacred an entire clan, and some of them niggas didn't have anything to do with it, like grandmas, aunties, babies. But at the end of the day, it had to be done. Somebody had to get their hands dirty in order to maintain order. Like, Eren did what had to be done.
Yeah, it's just tough because you're comparing a family to the world, nigga. Like, 80% of the world. That's a lot of death.
The world was conspiring against Paradise Island, though. Let's not make it seem like it was just Marley. It was the entire world trying to plot against Paradise Island.
Like,
out there, the devils.
You got niggas living off the land getting wiped. You got niggas that don't even live in civilization getting wiped. You got niggas on boats getting wiped. Like,
to switch sides.
It's tough, bro. But hey, again, I'm on Eren's side here. It's just trying to be a lawyer for someone who does something like that is very hard to do. Like,
I do it for free.
Jesus. Like, Eren, I just think that being able to see something like that, let alone enduring what they endured on Paradise Island, like, I mean, gang, he was a kid watching his mom get eaten by titans. Who the fuck has to go through that shit on a day-to-day life? So to be able to not only have the power to stop that right now, but to stop it for generations, yeah, I'm doing it, gang. And still, 80% is crazy. 80% is crazy. I will admit the nigga went overboard. But, hey, it had to be done. Like you say, casualties of war. But, hey, man, SOT is spoken. Y'all let us know. Why does Eren get a pass for the rumbling?
Yeah, let us know in the comments because that's a very interesting one. Very interesting one, actually. But just to segue into my next topic, you know, we just talked about Eren. Just to keep talking about him, Eren is a dog. Literally, he has that killer instinct, and he's had it since episode 1. Like, that man will literally slime out the world if he has to. But that's we already know all that. Eren is a juggernaut. He is the Attack Titan, and most importantly, he's the MC of Attack on Titan. He's just a dog-ass character, though, and he was extremely well written from a show that's arguably the best written show of all time. But, hey, that's another topic. But Eren is extremely well written, but he's not the only character that's extremely well written. Another character that's extremely well written is Thorfinn. You see the drip. I ain't gonna lie, Thorfinn is a dog too, war baby himself, and he comes from another show that is arguably one of the best written of all time, and that's Vinland Saga. But hey, just keeping the two characters in mind, between Eren and Thorfinn, who's written better?
Okay, if I like Thorfinn more than I like Eren. But if we're talking about best written, I don't know if Thorfinn has enough yet to pass him. But I do think it's very close already. Off 2 seasons of JJK, I think he's right there. Like, when you want to talk about better written. But I think Eren just has so much to his character just because, I mean, we saw the entirety of it. Like, I don't know if I can give him that nod as best written over Eren yet. But again, we're only 2 seasons deep in the Vinland Saga, and he's already right there. Like, it's literally right here for me off 2 seasons. But for now, I'm gonna go Eren. And Thorfinn is probably, like, not only did he have the fastest, but probably the biggest character development already off 2 seasons. But as it stands right now, 2 seasons deep into Vinland, I'm gonna say Eren by a very small margin.
Okay. For me, I don't really know which side I'm on for this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Eren has the sample size, and he's truly magnificently well written. He's the best written character in Attack on Titan, and it says a lot because you have characters like Mikasa and Levi in there. But at the end of the day, Thorfinn is a dog too. Like, it's only been 2 seasons, but when you actually look at those 2 seasons, wow, that's some story writing, especially season 2. But I don't know, man. That's where it's tough. Especially because season 2 was really focused on story writing for Thorfinn. Like, it was almost all story writing for Thorfinn. Like, his sample size is not the same as Eren's, yeah, but it's close enough. Then you want to look at just how creative both characters are. Eren's character is very creative, but so is Thorfinn's. Like, I don't know, dog. I could go either way. Like, I could seriously go either way for which character was written better.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's a tough one. Like, I think for me, Eren, when you look at how well written Attack on Titan itself is, and Vinland Saga is well written as fuck too, but when you look at the entirety of AOT, like the foreshadowing included, all of that, a lot of that is directly tied to Eren as a character. Like, that's why it's so tough to say. I can't necessarily give Thorfinn that nod yet. Like, who knew Eren, this little kid, would go from where he started to the motherfucking founding Titan, let alone the way that his mind was working. Like, that nigga laughed when Sasha died, and it wasn't because he was a bad person, it's because he saw so much from the founding Titan's abilities. Like, this shit was crazy. Like, I don't know if, like, Thorfinn's definitely super well written, especially like you said, season 2 was different when you want to talk about story writing. We got to see inside his mind, like really inside his mind, and like how he was feeling not only about himself but about the world. And then he had that drastic change. So Thorfinn's definitely right there. I can't put him over Eren yet.
For me, it's tough because Eren is a top 10 written character, but Thorfinn feels like he's top 5. Like, I would put Thorfinn over Goku, as crazy as it sounds. Like, Thorfinn, when you want to talk about how well written he is, it's so insane because the sample size is so small. That's the only reason why it's so hard to just like say, yeah, you got it, my nigga. But even with that small sample size, I feel like he got it. Like, from season 1, it was already amazing watching him come up. And he was a well-written character. Then you want to talk about season 2, the joining of it, like his whole 180 as a slave and etc. I'm not gonna lie, it was just flawless story writing. Like, so much character development, just so much everything. I'm not gonna lie, I would have to give it to Thorfinn, and it's barely because I do think Eren is right up there, but I'm gonna give it to Thorfinn.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. Hey, the nigga's right there for me. I'm not mad at it, but I'm still go Eren for this one. But season 3 of Vinland Saga might drastically change that. I'm not gonna lie. The trajectory that Thorfinn's on, like from 2 seasons, he's already right next to Eren. Yeah, season 3 might jump him up here. But for now, hey, I'm going Eren for right now.
Okay. Well, hey man, let us know in the comments between Eren and Thorfinn, who's the better written character.
Hell yeah, definitely let us know. That's a very interesting one, a very close one too. But just to segue into my final topic, we talked about JJK earlier, and the Culling game just finished not too long ago, and it was amazing. We both rated it in the last talk of Tokyo. You gave it a 9.2, I gave it a flat 9. A very, very good season. It wasn't the Shibuya type good, but that's a very high bar to reach. The shit was amazing. The Culling game really took off. But it wasn't a 10 out of 10. And when you look at another anime that's coming out, in fact, by the time this drops, this anime would have aired the first episode of season 2, but Wistoria Wand and Sword is coming back. Now, season 1 of Wistoria was very, very good. A very big sleeper when it aired. Like, I did not expect to like that show that much. I'm not gonna lie. And maybe it was just the shock factor, but I thought it should have won like the rookie of the. If there was a rookie of the year for the anime awards, Wistoria would have been my pick when it aired. Like, that shit was crazy, and they left off in a very interesting spot. Season 2 is about to come back, and I have high expectations now for Wistoria, because just like JJK did with the Shibuya incident, not to the same extent, of course, but that first season set the bar high. A lot higher than I would have thought it would have been when I jumped into the show. But just keeping that in mind, do you think Wistoria season 2 could outshine? And hold on, before I ask the question, obviously to the community the answer is no. JJK is too big. But objectively speaking, do you think Wistoria season 2 could outshine JJK season 3?
I think it can be better. I don't know if it can outshine.
Okay.
Like, I think it 100% will be better, actually. Like, I'm willing to bet almost on that. If Wistoria picks up where they left off and gets better. Like, if season 2, assuming season 2 of Wistoria is as good as season 1 or better, then I would assume that Wistoria season 2 is going to be better than the Culling games. But as far as outshine it, I don't know, because the Culling games had hella hype, and it's not even just the fact that the Culling games had hella hype, it's more so the fact that JJK has hella hype. You gotta beat the JJK hype, and at that point, Wistoria season 1 was not a mainstream enough anime. You already said it, it got robbed at the awards, but it's not mainstream enough to outshine JJK. Now, when it comes back season 2, that may change because it is still mainstream enough compared to a lot of other shows. So it's gonna make noise, but I don't know if it's gonna make enough noise to outshine the Culling games.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Nigga willing to bet the house. I ain't expect that, but I'm right there with you. Like, as far as outshines, there ain't many animes that outshine JJK. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just too massive with too much hype behind it. Like, the train behind JJK is moving 100 miles per hour at all times. Like, when it comes to outshine, that's tough. But better, I'm right there with you as well. I think season 2 of Wistoria, assuming they deliver, and I'm not gonna lie, Wistoria season 1 that shit was gas. A lot of it was, like, for me, it felt very New Toy Syndrome-ish. But it was still gas. I feel like if they continue on the train that they're on, especially if it gets better, and I'm somewhat expecting it to get better than season 1, like, I think it will be better than JJK season 3. But even that's a tall order, because we gave JJK season 3 a 9.2. That's not easy to hit. Yeah. Like, especially with something with as high of expectations as JJK, a 9 is not easy. So now that our expectations are high for Wistoria, they gotta really knock it out the park. And I have faith that they will. But if they do, then yeah, I think season 2 of Wistoria will be better than the Conan game. Outshine, nah. But yeah, hey, that's just us. Y'all let us know in the comments. Do you think Wistoria season 2 can outshine JJK season 3?
Hell yeah, let us know in the comments, because that's a very interesting one. But just to segue into my last topic, you know, there's so many animes that are underrated. An anime that he just mentioned, Wistoria, is one of those animes. It is very underrated. Kind of surprising, but then again, it's not that surprising, just because so much shit came out when Wistoria was airing.
Yeah.
But hey, it's still underrated, and it's not the only one. 2 more animes that are underrated is Link Click and Rankings of Kings. Both of these animes stole our hearts and really wowed this dog shit out of us. Like, Link Click, I didn't really expect anything. Like, I was just like, alright, fuck it. Now it's one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, I would rewatch it time and time and time again. I haven't, but I just might. It's that amazing. Then you want to talk about Rankings of Kings. We thought this shit looked stupid at first. Next thing you know, it turns out to be one of our favorite shows, just because that nigga Boji is him, and all around the show was them. But even though both of these 2 shows are insanely gas, like S tier gas, they're both underrated. Probably B tier in terms of hype, maybe even C. So just keeping the 2 shows in mind, between Link Click and Rankings of King, which anime deserves more hype?
Ah, fuck. See, this is tough, because Link Click, the only reason I knew it existed is because I seen a clip of a fight. Like, I saw a clip of a fight with no title on this shit, and I went to the comments to see more people were saying, like, what anime is this? Sauce, what anime is this? And someone said Link Click, and I was like, oh, fuck it, let's watch it. This shit look kind of hard. I didn't think it was gonna be what it was. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was just gonna be niggas throwing hands. Boy, was I wrong. Like, Link Click, when you want to talk about snatching your soul, bruh, like, and the fact that so many people don't even know it exists, but it's still pretty big. Like, a lot of it, like, it has a genuine community behind it. I didn't even know that. Like, that's how much hype Link Click should have. It should have a huge push behind it by default. But Rankings of Kings, bro, I remember when we found that shit, high as hell, looked at the shit, it looked fucking stupid, nigga. Like, I'm like, bro, what are you putting on? He was like, nah, bro, just trust. Like, let's just give it a shot. If it's bad, then we'll drop it. Alright, bet. I'm sitting there, slouched in my chair, watching this shit. And that shit sobered me up to where by the end of episode 1, I was gamer leaning watching this shit. Like, yo, put on episode 2 right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they both deserve way more hype, both of them. But if I had to choose one, I would probably say Link Click, bro. Like, Link Click, oh man, Link Click, when you want to talk about not at all what I expected, like not even close, nigga, Like, Rankings of Kings was not what I expected either. But Link Click, bro,
Yeah.
like, the emotion, when you want to talk about the plot twist, the depth, like, I'm like, bro, like, Link Click is different, dog. And Rankings of Kings is that shit, and it definitely deserves a bigger push, especially because the biggest reason a lot of people don't watch Ranking of Kings is because of what the cover art looks like. And I feel like that's kind of hoeing it, but after watching the show, the cover fits so well that you can't change it. Like, it's literally perfect. But without watching it, you're gonna just look and think, what the fuck? Why would I watch an anime about a baby in a diaper sitting on a throne? Like, what the hell is that? But it's amazing. But Link Click's cover is not spectacular. Like, unless you see a clip of this shit, you're not gonna know anything about it. You're probably not gonna know it exists. That's just not even Japanese. Yeah. Like, it's a donghua. So, let alone anime for anime, I'd probably say Link Click is better. It's not by much, but I would say Link Click is better. So, I'm going to say Link Click deserves a bigger push. More hype.
Okay. Damn. I think I'm right there with you. This one is tough for me because both of these animes stole my heart, and they're both underrated. Like, especially Rankings of King. Rankings of King made a nigga cry a few times. That nigga Boji, man, what the hell? But at the end of the day, you want to talk about tears? Yeah, Link Click did that and then some. Like, Link Click is truly a rare gem. And I'm not gonna lie, it was almost an accidental find, just like he said. Then you want to talk about everything else that comes with it. It's not even like Japanese, it's a donghua. That makes it so much more harder to find. Truth be told, Link Click has no hype. It's so rare to see any mention or noise of Link Click. Rankings of King is rare too, but every now and then you'll probably see a post on it. Link Click has no push. So, as far as this one goes, I think they both deserve insane hype. Like I said, they're both S-tier animes, but I think Link Click deserves more hype.
Hell yeah, I'm right there with you. And if you're watching this and you haven't seen either, watch both of them ASAP. I promise you, it'll change your life. Watch both Rankings of Kings and Link Click. Watch both of them shits.
And Elfen Lied.
Oh man. Yeah, watch that too. But
hey man, let us know in the comments between Link Click and Rankings of Kings, which anime deserves more hype.
Hell yeah, definitely let us know. And vice versa, let us know what you think about everything that we talked about in this episode of the Talk of Tokyo. As always, it was a movie as usual. But if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button, hit the big red subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of the Talk of Tokyo or any of our other special videos. We drop straight bangers on this channel, so make sure you guys tap in with us. With that being said, make sure you guys click our description. There'll be 3 links waiting for you. The first one will take you to all of our socials, Sons of Tokyo on every platform. The second one will take you to our Discord. You feel me? Yeah. Come on in. You know what I'm saying? Join that Discord. Come vibe out with us. Talk about anything. Anime, non-anime, sports, movies. It don't matter. And last but certainly not least, the link to our Patreon will be in the description. Make sure you guys join that. You can become a member for free and watch all of our full-length reactions to all anime episodes. It is all over on Patreon, so make sure you guys check that out. But yeah man, with that being said, SOT out.